So I guess Erika has a weird obsession with fish fillets. Y'all, in what world does a normal woman pose like this? And in what world does she post it and then caption it, what'd she order? Fish fillets? Fun fact, that is actually a lyric from an old Ye song. But in absolutely no universe does that make this normal to me. Sorry. And Ye is my favorite person on the planet. My favorite person on the planet that exists, after my mom, of course. He's actually referencing the fish fillet Mickey D's sandwich, if you were curious, which that in itself is questionable. Like anybody that orders that fish fillet, anybody that orders fish at McDonald's, I don't know. Red flag? But wait, okay, the lore deepens because she also has an affinity for sitting like this. Because she does it again. And she posts it again. Look at her backwards cap and all, barefoot and all. You would think it'd be the fish fillet one that would rub me the wrong way, but no, it's this one. And then there's this.
What's she order?
Yeah, so at this point, assuming she has a thing for fish fillets feels pretty grounded in evidence. I'm just saying. Anyways, we got bigger things to talk about in regards to Erika, you know, bigger than the fish fillet. You probably heard about the wedding photo in Charlie's office that just disappeared. Yeah, I'll try to find a picture to show you, but people noticed that a framed wedding picture from Charlie and Erika's wedding was no longer in Charlie's usual spot. And they noticed that in a recent interview that Erika did. Well, not so recent now. It was like during the book tour, I believe. I don't know, she's done so many appearances. I don't know for sure. But relax, okay, before you spiral. Let me bring you some comfort. Turning Point clarified that the photo was simply moved to a lower shelf so that Charlie and Erika's daughter could see it. So we good, okay? We good in the hood, all right? Candace actually has a few interesting points in regards to that situation. So if you're curious, I would check it out. But honestly, you know, I saw the wedding photo story. I nearly threw up. I'm just kidding. Oh my gosh, I'm so dramatic. Not literally, but I couldn't even fully process it because the very next day, these deeply disturbing grooming adjacent texts between Erika, who was 25 at the time, and a 15-year-old girl surfaced on the internet. I don't know. I want to say I've never been more uncomfortable in my life. That feels, you know, a little bit dramatic again. Trying not to be too dramatic here. All jokes aside, I actually felt kind of sick. I felt really uncomfortable. And I think because right now, with everything that is coming to light, because a lot of truth is coming to light, it feels like it always comes back to children and it disgusts me. You probably heard about this from Candace. She did a whole show on it. It was really good. And then she showed clips and videos of the YouTuber, I think that originally broke the story. Don't quote me on that. I'm not for certain. Just in case you didn't see them, okay, let's go through them. I have the screenshot saved. Your girl came prepared because everyone needs to see this. Everyone needs to see this. Whether you think it's weird or not, you need to be aware. So yes, you're going to be sick with me. So we have Erika saying, let me call you. Hold on, sweetheart. Give me a sex. The 15-year-old girl responds, okay, laughing emojis. Erika responds, sex too, but not from you. LOL. 15-year-old girl responds, holy, I'm guessing, holy shit, with a bunch of laughing emojis. You always make me laugh. Erika says, I don't bat for the other team just yet. Erika says, I forgot to tell you, hydrate tonight, no alcohol, and don't eat a lot of salty foods. You don't want to look bloated. 15-year-old girl says, thank you. Erika says, no alcohol. Really, Erika? Age recognition, you twat waffle. Apparently I haven't had my coffee yet. 15-year-old girl says, what the hell, Erika? Yeah, what the hell, Erika? Sorry, that was aggressive. The last thread we have here, Erika sending, you have the most stunning features. The girl responds, best compliment ever. Erika says, your eyes, your lips, your skin, you're absolutely beautiful. 15-year-old girl says, you're making me cry. Again, this is Erika at the age of 25, texting a 15-year-old girl these type of texts. And you know, maybe you're watching this and you don't think that's weird. You don't find that odd. You're like, what's the big deal? I say twat waffle all the time. I text 15-year-old girls all the time. Tell them how beautiful their lips are. So I don't know what you're trying to say because I do that on a reg. But what's wild to me is the last I checked, because I checked right before I sat down to film, these texts is getting virtually zero news coverage. Yeah, zero mainstream news coverage. The only outlet I saw covering it was this like UK publication. So I guess only the UK thinks this is weird. And then let me take you back to when Candace discussed this on her podcast. I went on X to see, you know, what the masses were saying, what people out there were saying. And I noticed instead of the trending X headline being about how unsettling and inappropriate these texts are, no, it read Candace Owens faces backlash over Erika Kirk grooming claims. Not Erika Kirk faces backlash, Candace Owens faces backlash. make that make sense. Because of all of this, these nonstop revelations, the bizarre patterns, the resurfaced past, Candace actually announced that she's taking a week off this week to begin her investigation into Erika and her background, similar to what she did with Brigitte and Kamala. And y'all, the announcement kind of irritated me. You wanna know why? Because I've been watching Candace since 2020. And for some reason, I genuinely believe that she was already doing this. That she was already doing this behind the scenes. And I can already hear the Candace mega fans, the Candace explainers, the ones that can't admit that she is not divine and capable of misstep. So yes, I can hear your thumbs typing. I can hear your insults loading, speaking from experience. And if that's you, just stop right now, because let me just say, I will not play in my response. And you will probably be blocked. I mean, I think that if Candace is solid, if she is who I think that she is, she'll admit that this is late. She'll admit that this is late, and that if it was literally anyone else, anyone other than Charlie's widow, the level of scrutiny would have happened months ago, because it was warranted months ago. But whatever, I'm just glad it's happening now. I'm not hating on Candace by pointing out an instance where I disagree with her. Now, currently there's a post going viral on X. Last I checked, I think it's sitting at like 6 million views. It was posted by someone named Elizabeth Lane. I had no idea who they were, but I looked a little bit into her. She seems to be just an independent journalist with her own YouTube platform. She posted a whole thing about Erika. It's pretty long. I'll link it below, but I want to highlight a few sections because I think that she genuinely articulated everything I've been thinking. She begins by saying, "I'm going to be blunt. I've reached the point where I find Erika Kirk deeply disturbing, not because of rumors or gossip, but because of consistent observable patterns of behavior." She then clarifies that that's her opinion. Follows up by saying, "I come from the world of acting and modeling. I've spent years around social climbers, opportunists, image curators. Most of these people are shallow and harmless. A few are dangerous. Erika falls into the latter category. I believe she may be a psychopath." She then breaks down the psychological definition of a word I can never say. This is one of the words that I can never say, so I'm gonna put it on the screen. But I guess the definition of a psychopath, the behavioral markers, the reaction psychopaths can provoke in others, AKA the reaction that Erika Kirk is provoking in others. Truly, it's compelling. Like, whether you agree with it or not, it's structured, she words it well. It's quite interesting. Then she pivots to Charlie. She argues that Charlie represented a brand, potential political power, influence over students, long-term relevance, and she suggests that Erika saw this trajectory. She clocked it. She writes, "Erika saw a brand with Charlie. What's striking is how completely her public identity reshapes itself after that relationship begins. The aesthetic, the tone, the values, they all change. Overnight, the persona shifts into the role that best fits Charlie's world. Devoted Christian, modest, supportive housewife." And if you've been paying attention to all the revelations in regards to Erika, it makes sense. I mean, my opening, the fish fillet. You really think she would have posted that during her Charlie days? Really? Think she would have posted about them fish fillets? She writes, "Everything was going well until Charlie began making decisions based on conscience rather than expansion and money. Charlie's refusal to play dirty or accept, certain funding, which we kind of saw right before his death. What looked like a rising empire to Erika shifted." And then she follows up with another paragraph that stuck, y'all. Listen up. "Her husband died a few days ago, and she walks onto the stage as if she were born there. It comes naturally to her. She knows it, and she wants it. Just days after her husband's death, she was already laying out ambitious plans for the company over Zoom. It's obvious she was always deeply involved in the business and knew exactly where to pick up when her turn came." I'm actually kind of flabbergasted, and it's just because this is literally exactly what was going on in my head. Here's why I'm bringing this up, okay? Because it's taking over X. Everyone is either reposting it, dissecting it, or quietly liking it. And I think it's resonating because it verbalizes, kind of like my experience, it verbalizes what many of us have been intuitively sensing. And now with these texts, I think that people feel permitted to trust that instinct. Be open to the fact that Erika may not be who she seems. At the bare minimum, okay, we need an explanation for those texts. Period. No matter what your thoughts are at the situation at hand, your opinions on Candace, whether you believe Kash Patel and the FBI's narrative or not, we need an explanation for these texts, okay? Because layered on top of this Epstein document drop, the huge Epstein document drop that we also can't stop talking about, the cultural conversation around grooming and public distrust, this will spiral fast without clarity. I already see it happening. Now, after everything that has surfaced in the past 4 months, if you're still convinced that Erika is bestie material, I got you, boo. Turning Point USA is hosting its Women's Leadership Summit in June. Yes, another event. And the confirmed speakers include, get ready for it, Erika Kirk, Alex Clark, Allie Beth Stuckey, and Riley Gaines. Look at this lineup. Girl Squad pull up. So if you want to see Queen Erika, you better grab your tickets before they sell out, before they take your spot and pay for someone else to sit in it. Allegedly. JK, LOL. Isabel Brown is also here on the lineup, and I didn't know much about her because I never tuned into her show. It always looked just kind of mid, dare I say boring. Oh my gosh, you're so mean. But this is not a great look, okay? At this point, I side-eye anyone who is willing to align themselves with Turning Point. Sorry, no excuses anymore. Okay, things are getting real. No. Also, can we talk about this lineup aesthetic? Why does every conservative MAGA woman look like this? Look the exact same? Exhibit A. Might as well throw Megyn Kelly in there because we clearly got a theme going. Oh my gosh, Ella, you're so mean. You're just jealous. Yes, I'm jealous. I want to look like this. Oh man, jokes aside though, okay? Jokes aside, at the end of the day, this isn't about fish fillets. It's not even about like what your favorite person in conservative media. This is about patterns, accountability, what we're seeing. So really, it's about whether we're willing to apply the same investigative energy to everyone, including people on our own side. Things just be weird out here. Things be too weird. Like, what is life anymore? You know? That brings me to the end of this video. That's all I have on my Erika spiel today. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please give me a like. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye, y'all.